Welcome back to the debate. We've been having a big debate here in the studio on whether or not the Congress party is going to name Rahul Gandhi as Prime Minister. Kumar Ketkar is not convinced about it. What do you think? Do you think this is a Narayan Vyaas? This is a preparation? This is all meant at giving an indication to to Manmohan Singh that he should ease himself out?
Well, first, Arnab, let me tell you that I fully endorse the premise you are building up regarding the contradictions. Look here, 6 months back on every debate you go, Congress spokespersons were defending, saying that it is not in our gene to declare a prime ministerial candidate. It is the decision that the elected members will take.
Agreed.
And therefore, there is no question of declaring a prime ministerial candidate any time. Then they said discussing Gujarat is none of our business. And in most of the campaigns, they ended up discussing Gujarat.
Why are you getting Gujarat into this? We are not discussing Gujarat now.
Now, I am coming to it, Arnab. Now, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi comes out and say that soon you will have a new leader. Now, creating all kinds of suspense. My personal belief is the finesse with which this family is specialized now in backseat driving, ruling through proxy, I still won't be surprised if they find out somebody, especially when the Congress's stock is trading low, do not expose Rahul Gandhi and have somebody as a sacrificial node. Anything goes wrong, the blame is taken by the person who is put in the front. And then, if you are getting elected with a reasonable number of seats, then all of a sudden put the Rahul Gandhi in the forefront. I don't think they have guts or intentions to expose Rahul Gandhi at this juncture, who has miserably failed even during the state election campaigning. So I don't think that he will even in Delhi, if Rahul Gandhi fails to draw crowds.
How fair is this?
What kind of leadership you are expecting?
No, how fair is this that you have suddenly, Sanjay Jha, let me tell you some of the quotable quotes that Salman Khurshid once said when he was asked recently. He said, "We are going through turbulent times, but there is an airport to reach. And a wonderful man is driving the plane. Suddenly, we are not yet through the turbulent times, but you want to change the pilot right before the landing. What are you heading towards? A crash landing, or is this an emergency situation? And did you tell the pilot that we are going to change you midstream?"
Arnab,
they will jump the pilot out.
Clearly, as someone who works with the party from within, I don't know who interrupted me there, but can you tell that gentleman to kindly have some patience? But Arnab, let me make the point here. In very simple terms, unlike other parties, some of them have been newly formed, some of them have a history of 10 or 20 years. The point is that end of day, we have a history. We have contributed in a number of ways, right on from the freedom movement onwards. The party has seen ups and downs. We have lost some state elections. We take that seriously. Yes, it is a reflection of the fact that we need to do some changes, which we will.
No, you want to change the Prime Minister. No, you want to change. Why do you want to change the Prime Minister? Is not a small thing. You see,
Can
you
I
said...
finish?
No, watch it. Sandeep Dixit says...
Let me reassure you. The Congress party does not press any panic buttons.
So you're not changing the Prime Minister.
By the way, in 2003, you know what happened to the BJP.
Are you changing the Prime Minister?
And hubris, you know what happened.
Are you changing
the Congress party?
Are you declaring a new Prime Ministerial candidate before the elections?
We would not be cocky and arrogant like our counterparts in the BJP.
Are you?
No, the answer, by the way, what did Mrs. Gandhi say? I think you should play that section all over again.
Yes.
Mrs. Gandhi said at the opportune moment.
Yes.
Now, you can try and interpret that whichever way you want to.
What does
but
that
by
mean?
The way, Arnab, in 6 months, you will have a Congress Prime Minister.
No.
Okay, let me answer. In 6 months, you have a Congress Prime Minister. So
you know what Sandeep Dixit said. I'll give you a few. Prime Minister is a man of action. That man of action now becomes a man of inaction, I presume, which is why all the Congress leaders want to have a new Prime Minister. I gave you the quote on flying a plane and going through turbulent times.
Very true.
Rahul Gandhi says, how many weeks back? October 10th. How many weeks back is that? He says, in life I have two gurus, Congress President and Manmohan Singh. And today, that same guru...
Exactly.
Let me complete. That same guru...
Congress has been consistent.
Same guru... that same guru, you say till recently, we are going to fight the next election not on the basis of personalities but on principle. not on personalities but issues. This is not a presidential campaign. We don't need any person to lead the campaign. The entire Congress party will lead the campaign. If that is so, why has Sonia Gandhi contradicted that position by coming at an opportune moment? I'm going to name a prime minister. Stick to your position. Don't declare anyone as a prime minister. Don't change your position on Manmohan Singh overnight.
1 minute, let me tell you what the opportune moment. 1 minute, let me tell you what the opportune moment is in my interpretation and in the interpretation of the larger members of the party. The interpretation is that when the elections are over and the Congress triumphs, will sit together and like we do in our
Okay, so here Sanjay Jha announces that the Congress party will not announce a prime ministerial candidate before the elections. I'm glad you've gone. No, why are you laughing?
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know who's laughing. I can see a self-confessed Modi fan getting into paroxysms of laughter, but let me tell you, that's the way the Congress party works, and whatever decision one takes, you'll get to know in the coming weeks.
I don't understand. Who is this self-appointed insider of the Congress party? I have not heard of this kind of a gentleman. Congress has announced that he is our insider to talk on all kind of secret matters about Congress. I think the general interpretation, which a common man on board will understand,
the insider is involved in
somebody nominated as the prime minister.
The insider is involved in Snoopgate. You better worry about that.
Mr. Insider, we don't know you.
Mr. Vyas, the insider is involved in Snoopgate. That's what you need to worry about. Don't worry about our party. Worry about some serious issues in your party.
We know you as somebody. We know you as somebody who has para-jumped on the arena. So I am not worried about if you are an insider to the Congress. Maybe
why are you so nervous?
You, but we have not heard about
so nervous?
That is what I was trying to tell you.
Why are you so nervous, Mr. Vyas?
In all of this, no, 1 minute. One minute. I enjoy this. I enjoy this. No, this is a very adventurous debate. But before you go into
who's sounding very nervous.
No, 1 second. Here is a person.
I am not, Sanjay, don't try to play. Sanjay, don't, these psychological tricks will not work with me.
If you're not nervous, Mr. Vyas, if you are not nervous,
you might have learned somewhere in your management schools. Let your knowledge be limited to your classes. Let your knowledge be limited to your classes. Management schools teach us.
You teach some knowledge of history. You teach some knowledge of history to your prime ministerial candidate. Even a 5th standard student knows better. Even a 5th standard student knows better history than your prime ministerial candidate. Please, for God's sake, don't lecture us.
He will not have to take lessons from. He will not have.
Okay, gentlemen.
Understand one thing.
Gentlemen, 1 second.
Take lessons from.
1 second. We are going. 1 minute. Don't go into.
From Italy. He doesn't need to learn about India.
Calm down, gentlemen. 1 second. You see, 1 second, Mr. Vyas, please. You see, I don't know much about adventure sport. Allow me, Mr. Vyas, I don't know much about adventure sport. You say somebody's para jumped. I don't know who is bungee jumped. I don't know who's the historian or the politician or political scientist here. What I know is that there is Digvijay Singh who says one thing one time and he said one thing another time. I was looking at what Digvijay Singh said here. Digvijay Singh said today that the feeling is that Congress workers and leaders, Rahul Gandhi comes to the scene and takes over as the prime ministerial candidate of the party. This is the general feeling. And just after the anointment of Modi, when Modi was appointed as prime minister, Digvijay Singh said at the Assam Pradesh Congress Committee headquarters in Guwahati, we will go to the elections of 2014 under the leadership of Sonia Gandhi and Manmohan Singh. We are not projecting any candidate as prime minister. That's why I said I don't want a pound of anything else, but I want an ounce of consistency. Now, Sunil Alagh, who you are describing as an outsider to the system who has no right to comment on a subject like this, wants to respond. Sunil Alagh.
You know, one, I am not an insider of BJP, so I don't know how they operate.
No, he says you are a Modi fan, so you lack legitimacy.
I'm a Modi fan from the outside. When Sonia Gandhi makes a statement to say that who is your leader, I will announce it later, which means Manmohan Singh is not it. Otherwise, why can't she say we are going into this election with Manmohan Singh? The fact is she's creating massive confusion amongst all.
Before election.
No, one second. I am saying even not a question of before. The fact is she could have said.
She did not say that we'll campaign under another prime minister.
She has just said that I will decide, I will announce the prime minister candidate at an opportune or an appropriate time. That means Manmohan Singh is, otherwise she has said Manmohan Singh is our prime minister.
You can say
he's
that.
The one who's going to lead. Why are you creating confusion by saying?
Why make it abstract? Why make it abstract? Why do you need to make it abstract?
You're making Manmohan Singh nervous. You're making everybody nervous.
since it was on everybody's mind that Congress should declare the Prime Minister candidate,
So
she
then-
merely said
No,
she
she
an
then
appropriate opportunity.
These are not.
She should say Manmohan Singh
Sir,
is
this
going to
is
continue. Why
Mr.
is that not
Ketkar.
Obviously,
Mr. Ketkar, Mr.
Obviously
Ketkar, let me
not.
say this.
Obviously
Let me
not.
say this.
I think
That
that's
one thing you would not fault Sonia Gandhi for is for not measuring her words.
Correct.
She measures every
But I
word
think
she
that's
says.
what she has done.
She knows what she
She
means.
has measured words and said that.
Otherwise
We are
she-
trying to over-interpret one
Why
single
isn't she
word
saying
by
Manmohan
saying that
Singh?
Prime Minister.
Why
She has
isn't
not
she
said
saying
change.
Manmohan
She said
Singh?
we'll declare our PM candidate
Which
at an
means-
opportune or
which
appropriate
means
time.
Manmohan Singh's position
She
is
never said
doubtful.
she's changing.
No,
She
therefore
never said
doubtful.
she's
Can I-
before
can I-
election.
can I-
Yaar, if
She
you are
never
one
said-
second. If you go to the chairman of any company and say, who's your next managing director? And I'm the managing director, and he says, we will announce him. He'll make me nervous immediately. Otherwise, he says, no, Sunil Alagh is the
Maybe
managing
it's
director. he will continue.
Sunil Alagh. Thank
No,
you.
but if you know that managing director is going to retire at a certain age, like election time, Prime Minister retire.
Well, I don't think for all the virtues ascribed to Indian politicians, one virtue which will never be applied to them is that they ever retire, on the basis of age. Sanjay Jha wants to come back to the debate. 2 minutes left on the debate. Sanjay Jha's turn to respond. Yes, Sanjay.
Yeah, go ahead. Arnab, all I want to
please tell
say
him
here
to
is that
respond whether Digvijay
very,
is
very
insider or
important for me
outsider.
to tell everybody here, even if you look at the 2009, when the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh we said so that we will fight under his leadership as a future Prime Minister, was declared 1 month before the elections in the manifesto. So, end of day, the Congress has its certain traditions and practice, and please, I would like everybody to respect that. And we are not going to respond on the basis
Janardhan Dwivedi, no, please, you have to be consistent. Janardhan Dwivedi said this or not?
We are not going to appoint.
No, you have changed your position in this last 4 minutes of the debate.
One more point.
In the last 4 minutes of the debate, Sanjay Jha, I will draw you back to the real issue. 1 minute, Sanjay Jha, listen to me.
Aspect, but we don't
listen to me, Mr. Sanjay Jha. Now listen, I have been silent on this. Now I must tell you this. Janardhan Dwivedi comes out and says, the relationship...
you have been very generous, I got to admit.
Thank you, I always am. The Janardhan Dwivedi says that the relationship which exists between the Congress President and the Prime Minister today is unique. And something which has never been seen before, which I admit, it's the first time something like this has happened, and perhaps should be the ideal model for the future also. What happened? What happened to that ideal model for the future? You say one thing today, you change it tomorrow, and you want us to believe it is not because of the aftermath of the state elections and because of the insecurity after the verdict. Jai Narayan Vyaas coming in and then Sanjay Jha. After Jai Narayan Vyaas.
Leaders in our party, they are experienced, they are veterans. 1 minute, they have been in politics for a considerable period. One must learn to respect people like Mr. Janardhan Dwivedi and Mr. Digvijay Singh.
The million-dollar question you are raising is whether Janardhan Dwivedi or Digvijay Singh would be taken as insiders or are they outsiders? Janardhan Dwivedi.
I think Mr. Vyas is playing an old record again and again, but he should worry about
Are they insiders of the Congress or outsiders? Sanjay, I think you are
find out the insider who's snooping around in Gujarat, my dear friend.
Better you condition
the country
yourself.
is watching. The country is watching what's going on in that state.
Better you condition yourself, Sanjay.
In Gujarat, there are no insiders.
Tomorrow,
In Gujarat, there are no insiders.
You also might be thrown out.
In Gujarat, everybody other than Modi is an outsider.
Is Manmohan Singh...
Everybody other than Modi is an outsider.
The fascist threats coming on national
You are the only
television.
insider.
You can see the fascist threats coming on national television.
1 minute, please. Don't have a crosstalk on this. Yeah, what's the question is...
That is an argument the country is not going to accept from you, Sanjay Jha.
Sanjay Jha, you see, you have a democratic...
It's a worn-out argument. Don't play that record
Mr.
again.
Mr. Jha, you have a democratic right to make Manmohan Singh the fall guy. You have a democratic right to make Manmohan Singh a convenient target. You also have a democratic right to go back on what you said earlier. All I am asking you today is whether you do all of the above, you will change the problems of the Congress party.
Arnab, our challenge right now is to get ready for the 2014 elections, which I think we have a very, very good chance of winning based on the complete performance over the last 10 years of the UPA government.
Sanjay, you're going to win the elections without a leader. It's wonderful. I think without an announced leader. It's without an announced leader you will win. You know, Congress party has made itself irrelevant today because it is leaderless.
1 minute.
Announce a leader and you may have a hope.
Politics of the country
otherwise you are leaderless.
Solve the
performance
problems.
of the UPA government,
personality style, presidential
performance of the UPA government, Mr. Sanjay Jha, you have lost 4 states.
The country has bigger problems.
It doesn't make a difference anymore.
Okay,
now you will lose the country.
Yeah, but we have routed you. We routed you in Karnataka. We routed you in Himachal. We routed you in Uttarakhand. We routed you in many other states before. Why are you forgetting that? If you look at the net,
now
the Congress has done better than you in all the assembly elections put together. Get to know your facts, Mr. Vyas.
Well, I'd say this, you know...
Mr. Vyas, where are your facts?
Mr. Sanjay Jha, Mr. Narayan Vyaas, Kumar Ketkar and Sunil Alagh. Gentlemen, Sunil Alagh, the Modi fan, not the Modi party member.
500
Sanjay Jha,
the outsider within.
And Sanjay Jha, the insider.
To all the insiders and outsiders and all the believers in bungee jumping and parachuting into politics, to everyone tonight. This question goes to everyone tonight. I have 2 questions. Do you think Manmohan Singh will feel undermined if he is asked to go now? Is there an attempt to ease him out? That's question number 1. Question number 2, as I thank everyone, is a bigger question, and I want everyone on the panel to think about it. Do you think, and this question to all our viewers, do you think the Lal Batti culture we debated right on top of Newshour tonight is a culture of entitlement that India must reject now? This is a story we'll follow. Absolutely. We've got a huge response from all of you. Tomorrow is the Supreme Court judgment on 377, decriminalization of gay sex. We are going to debate that later on the Newshour tomorrow night. And there's live all-day coverage on that. Remembering Madiba, the fantastic tributes paid at today's event in South Africa is coming up on the other side, 11 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining me on the Newshour this evening. See you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Good night and goodbye.